Good morning, everyone. Or actually, it's early afternoon. So, good afternoon. This is Cynthia Gwiazda, Community Services Librarian at Hagaman Memorial Library here in East Haven. I'm coming to you this afternoon with some new fiction that we have available at the library. I'd like to review some new fiction with you that just became available. So, let me talk about that. Okay. Slideshow. Okay. So we're going to talk about new and featured fiction reads at the Hagaman Library, available this August. So to start with, we're going to talk about a book called The Measure by Nikki Ehrlich. It seems like any other day. You wake up, pour a cup of coffee, and head out. But today, when you open your front door, waiting for you is a small wooden box. This box holds your fate inside, the answer to the exact number of years you will live. From suburban doorsteps to desert tents, every person on every continent receives the same box. In an instant, the world is thrust into a collective frenzy. Where did these boxes come from? What do they mean? Is there truth to what they promise? As society comes together and pulls apart, everyone faces the same shocking choice. Do they wish to know how long to live? And if so, what will they do with that knowledge? The Measure charts the dawn of this new world through an unforgettable cast of characters whose decisions and fates interweave with one another. Best friends whose dreams are forever entwined, pen pals finding refuge in the unknown, a couple who thought they didn't have to rush, a doctor who cannot save himself, and a politician whose box becomes the powder keg that ultimately changes everything. Enchanting and deeply uplifting, The Measure is a sweeping, ambitious, and invigorating story about family, friendship, hope, and destiny that encourages us to live life to the fullest. That's called The Measure by Nikki Ehrlich. Yerba Buena by Nina LaCour. Yerba Buena by Nina LaCour. Sarah Foster runs away from home at 16, leaving behind the girl she once was, capable of trust and intimacy. Years later in Los Angeles, she is a sought-after bartender, renowned as much for her brilliant cocktails as for the mystery that clings to her. Across the city, Emile Dubois is in a holding pattern, yearning for the beauty and community her Creole grandparents cultivated but unable to commit. On a whim, she takes a job arranging flowers at the glamorous restaurant Yerba Buena. The morning Amelie and Sarah first meet at Yerba Buena, their connection is immediate. But soon Sarah's old life catches up to her, upending everything she thought she wanted, just as Amelie has finally gained her own sense of purpose. Will their love be more powerful than their past? At once exquisite and expansive, astonishing in its humanity and heart, Yerba Buena is a testament to the healing qualities of a shared meal, a perfectly crafted drink, a space we claim for ourselves. Nina LaCour's adult debut novel is a love story for our time. That's Yerba Buena by Nina LaCour. The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. Cassie Fletcher, a recently widowed actress trying to escape a streak of bad press, has retreated to the peace and quiet of her family's lake house in Vermont. Armed with a pair of binoculars and several bottles of bourbon, she passes the time watching Tom and Catherine Royce, the glamorous couple living in the house across the lake. They make for good viewing, a tech innovator. Tom is powerful, and a former model, Catherine, is gorgeous. One day on the lake, Casey saves Catherine from drowning, and the two strike up a budding friendship. But the more they get to know each other and the longer Casey watches, it becomes clear that Catherine and Tom's marriage isn't as perfect as it appears. When Catherine suddenly vanishes, Casey immediately suspects Tom of foul play. What she doesn't realize is that there's more to the story than meets the eye, and that shocking secrets can lurk beneath the most placid of surfaces. Packed with sharp characters, psychological suspense, and gasp-worthy plot twists, Riley Sager's The House Across the Lake is the ultimate escapist read. No lake house required. That's The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. Metropolis by B.A. Shapiro. 6 people, 6 secrets, 6 different backgrounds. They would never have met if not for their connection to the Metropolis storage warehouse in Cambridge, Massachusetts. When someone falls down an elevator shaft at the facility, each becomes caught up in an intensifying chain of events. We meet Sergey, an unstable but brilliant street photographer who lives in his storage unit, which overflows with thousands of undeveloped pictures. Marta, an undocumented immigrant, finishing her dissertation and hiding from ICE. Liddy, an abused wife and mother who recreates her children's bedroom in her unit. Jason, a former corporate lawyer now practicing in the facility. Rose, the office manager who takes illegal kickbacks to let renters live in the building. And Zach, the building's owner, and an ex-drug dealer who scans Sergey's photos as he searches for clues to the accident. But was it an accident? A murder attempt? Suicide? As our characters dip in and out of one another's lives, trying to find answers and battling societal forces beyond their control, B.A. Shapiro both questions the myth of the American dream and builds tension to an exhilarating climax. Taut and emotional, Metropolis is impossible to put down and impossible to forget. That's Metropolis by B.A. Shapiro. These Impossible Things by Salma El-Wardani. It's always been Malik. Knees and Jenna against the world. Since childhood, under the watchful eyes of their parents, aunties, and uncles, they've learned to live their own lives alongside the expectations of being good Muslim women. Staying over at a boyfriend's place is disguised as a best friend sleepover, and tiredness can be blamed on studying instead of partying. They know they're existing in a perfect moment. With growing older and the stakes of love and life growing higher, the delicate balancing act between rebellion and religion is becoming increasingly difficult to navigate. Malik wants the dream for her partner, community, and faith to coexist happily, and she wants this so much she's willing to break her own heart to get it. Keys is in love with Harry, a white Catholic man who her parents can never know about. When he proposes, she must decide between her future happiness and the life she knows and family she loves. Jenna is the life of the party, always ready for new pleasures, even though she's plagued by loneliness she can't shake. Through it all, they have always had each other. But as their college years come to a close, one night changes everything when harsh truths are revealed. As their lives begin to take different paths, Malik, Keys, and Jenna, now on the precipice of true adulthood, must find a way back to each other as they reconcile faith, family, and tradition with their own needs and desires. These Impossible Things is a psalm to youth and female friendship, and to all the joy and messiness love holds. These Impossible Things by Salma El-Wardani. Chorus by Rebecca Kaufman. The 7 Shaw siblings have long been haunted by 2 early and profoundly consequential events. Told in turns from the early 20th century through the 1950s, each sibling relays their own version of the memories that surround both their mother's mysterious death and the circumstances of one sister's scandalous teenage pregnancy. As they move into adulthood, the siblings assume new roles: caretaker to their aging father, addict, enabler, academic, decorated veteran, widow, and mothers and fathers to the next generation. Entangled in a family knot, the Shaw siblings face divorce, drama, and death while haunted by a mother who was never truly there. Through this lens, they all seek not only to understand how her death shaped their family, but also to illuminate the insoluble nature of the many familial experiences we all encounter, the concept of home, the tenacity that is a family's love, and the unexpected ways through which healing can occur. Chorus is a hopeful story of family, of loss and recovery, of complicated relationships forged between brothers and sisters as they move through life together, and of the unlikely forces that first drive them away and then ultimately back home. That's Chorus by Rebecca Kaufman. Weds Destiny by Tommy Obaro. Funmi, Enitan, and Zainab first meet at university in Nigeria and become friends for life despite their differences. Funmi is beautiful, brash, and determined. Enitan is homely and eager, seeking escape from her single mother's smothering and needy love. Zainab is elegant and reserved, raised by her father's first two wives after her mother's death in childbirth. Their friendship is complicated but enduring. And over the course of the novel, the reader learns about their loves and losses, how Funmi stole Zainab's boyfriend and became pregnant, only to have an abortion and lose the boyfriend to police violence, how Enitan was seduced by an American Peace Corps volunteer, the only one who ever really saw her, but is culturally so different from him, a Connecticut wasp, that raising their daughter together put them at odds. How Zainab fell in love with her teacher, a friend of her father's, and ruptured her relationship with her father to have him. Now, some 30 years later, the three women are reunited for the first time in Lagos. The occasion, Funmi's daughter, Destiny, is getting married. Enitan brings her American daughter, Remy. Zainab travels by bus, nervously leaving her ailing husband in the care of their son, Funmi. Funmi, hosting the weekend with her wealthy husband, wants everything to go perfectly. But as the big day approaches, it becomes clear that something's not right. As the novel builds powerfully, the complexities of the mother's friendship and the private wisdom each has earned come to bear on a riveting, heart-rending moment of decision. Weds Destiny is a sensational debut from a dazzling new voice in contemporary fiction. Weds Destiny by Tommy Obaro. More Than You'll Ever Know by Katie Gutierrez. In 1985, Lore Rivera marries Andres Russo in Mexico City, even though she's already married to Fabian Rivera in Laredo, Texas, and they share twin sons. Through her career as an international banker, Lore splits her time between two by what is not explored. Why would a woman, a mother, risk everything for a secret double marriage? Cassie sees an opportunity. She'll track Lore down and capture the full picture, the choices, the deceptions that led to disaster. But the more time she spends with Lore, the more Cassie questions the facts surrounding the murder itself. Soon, her determination to uncover the truth could threaten to derail Lore's now quiet life and expose the many secrets both women are hiding. Told through alternating timelines, More Than You'll Ever Know is both a gripping mystery and a wrenching family drama, presenting a widow into the hearts of two very different women. Presenting a window into the hearts of two very different women. It explores the many conflicting demands of marriage and motherhood, and the impossibility of ever truly knowing someone, especially those we love. That's More Than You'll Ever Know by Katie Gutierrez. And that's the end of our presentation for our new chronicling our new adult fiction, available this August at the library. Thank you very much for watching. You can follow the Hagaman Memorial Library online for more recommendations and content on Facebook and Twitter at Hagaman Library, and Instagram at Hagaman_East Haven. And let us know in the comments what you're reading. So thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to recommending some more fiction next month in September. Have a wonderful wonderful August, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you.